Hello, Patricia here doing a reading for the week beginning May 20th. We have a full moon in Sagittarius on Thursday the 23rd. So for this week's reading, I'm going to use the Ghost deck, okay, or the Ghost Tarot. So we just see what the energies are like for the week. It should be a strong week in terms of energy with the full moon brewing. So let's have another little shuffle and then see what the cards have to say about the week beginning May 20th. Okay, so excellent. Okay, so what we have out here is the Chariot, and this is the Shadow card. Shadow card is all what I feel is about the overall energies for the week. So Chariot is urging you to take back your power, take back control, get in charge, take the reins and push forward with your life. These two horses here are very important. Horses, I feel, represent movement and journey of a spiritual nature, but also a physical nature, your journey here in spirit. And so it is, or in spirit, in spirit and whilst in the material world as well. So it has a vibe where I feel it is about taking back your power or taking charge. And as I say, horses are very strong energies. They represent strength and movement, okay, and power. So that's good. Plenty of power. The other three cards we got are this one, which is the Seven of Coins or Seven of Pentacles. I feel this card. I take different interpretations with these ones, so just bear with me. They're not the typical not the typical interpretations that you would pick up from the Rider-Waite deck. So beginning of the week, sorry, we have Seven of Pentacles. Middle of the week we have the Fool, and the end of the week we have the steely and determined Queen of Swords. So I like the vibe of these cards now for the week. They're very strong, they're very punchy, they're very powerful. I feel it's all about taking your power back. With this situation, this typically is about savings, investments, and taking stock of what you've achieved. But I also feel with this card, because you have these pentacles that are glowing a beautiful green color on the trees, there is a beautiful energy of healing from this card from spirit. Now what I pick up from this is with the trees are ancestors, and I feel their ancestors gives me the shivers that are going back way back, not just the last generation. These are previous generations, maybe even going back 7 generations, which is quite strong and quite deep and powerful. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the messages that are coming up from spirit. If you find you need to unearth old photographs or family trees or do something that may connect you with your ancestors on a very deep level, like really getting into it to see where you actually came from and going right down through the lineage, this card is about your ancestors working in your favor to help you with a situation that is very close to your heart and very important to you. And I feel they're sending healing, they're sending messages, they're sending signals, they're sending signs, and they're helping you in through a situation to navigate a situation on a very deep level, to navigate a family situation. So I feel you're being called or guided to do something. Maybe it's to do with breaking an old cycle or breaking a system of family beliefs that's no longer working, that's no longer holding positive, virtuous, or good vibes. And I feel you're being called on to do something about it. And you're being called on by these deep ancestors that go back, way back through the lineage. So I feel watch out for signs and synchronicities, dreams, and how you feel you're being called. You may be just being called on to do something different to break that cycle. You know, it may not feel like it feels something big, but you may be being called on to do something small, like take a different direction. Okay. Then we have in the middle of the week the Fool. This is about a new beginning. This is about a fresh start. It's about starting off on a new journey. The Fool is very it's the beginning of, it's the first card of the major arcana. It's 0, so it's about an egg or a new start or new beginning. The orange is great. It's about enthusiasm. It's about fire. It's about energy. It's about starting off something fresh and new with a wonderful sort of vibe of innocence or naivety and not seeing the pitfalls. So I feel with this card, there's always a sort of a little warning here not to keep your head too far up in the clouds. Stay grounded and watch where you're going, watch your step. You have again guides, I feel, or guidance from the spirit world, I feel, in the form of that dog. But I feel you need to ground yourself in the middle of the week. Be really, you may be really enthusiastic and fired up about a new beginning, which is fantastic. But you also may need to stay grounded, okay, and keep sort of bringing yourself back down to earth. The full moon has the ability to do that sometimes. It sort of takes you away with the energy. Do you know, it's so powerful and spicy sometimes that you just need to keep grounding. Okay, so with this card, new beginning, very exciting, very strong, very enthusiastic, lots of new energy, lots of new ideas, surge of new inspiration and all of that. But as well as that, there is a sort of a warning there to just watch your footing, watch your step, watch where you're going, stay grounded and keep your feet firmly on the ground. With the end of the week, where this full moon is really kicking off, we have a need to stand your ground, very firm, strong, assertive, direct way with the Queen of Swords. She's very steely, she's very determined. She's not one to be sort of easily swayed by somebody else's opinions or somebody else's criticism or somebody else's way of doing things. She's very strong in her own power. And I feel in terms of communication, this card is important. So it's important you put your point across, and it's important you stand up for yourself and what you believe in, what you hold dear, what's very important to you. So this card is about being steely and determined and firm in your resolve and in your communication and in your ideas and your journey. So don't let anybody sway you. Don't let anybody sort of throw you off balance or throw you off course. This woman knows where she's going and knows what she's doing. There's also an energy of severity to this card, to an extent where you may need to be very discerning about who you allow into your life and who you you may need to cut ties with people or situations that are just messing. They're just messing about, they're just causing confusion, they're just delaying things, they're just telling you what you want to hear, or you're just feeling like that's nonsense. I'm not going to be embroiled in this sort of silliness. So you just cut off those ties. You're very straight. It's a very straight, cut and dry card. It's very no nonsense, black and white. And that's what it's being called for today. Sit in your power and don't let anybody knock you or waver you in any way. And again, with the Chariot, get into that driving seat of your life. Take the power back, take the reins, and push through in fullness and in strength. So I wish you a wonderful week. Don't forget, with this YouTube channel, please, if you could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And I wish you a lovely, magical full moon in Sagittarius. I'll hopefully talk to you in a few weeks' time, or a couple of weeks or whatever. So have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.